gone astray. A country village wrapped in the darkness of night. One of clock struck from the belfry. Two lovers, called Kozyalkin and Lyle, both in the best of spirits and little unsteady on their legs, come out of the wood and turn toward the cottages. "Well, thank God we've arrived," says Kozyalkin, drawing a deep breath. "Tramping your 4 miles from the station in our condition is a feat. I am fit gone up, and as Ilsak would have it, not a fly to be seen. Peter, my dear fellow, I can't. I feel like dying if I'm not in bed in 5 minutes. In bed? Don't you think it, my boy? First we'll have supper and a glass of red wine, and then you can't go back. Verotchka, and I will wake you up. Ah, my dear fellow, it's a fine thing to be married. You don't understand it. You cold-hearted wretch. I shall be home in a minute, worn out and exhausted. A loving wife will welcome me, give me some tea and something to eat, and repay me for my hard work and my love with such a fount of loving look out of her darling black eyes that I shall forget how tired I am, and forget the burglary and the law courts and the appeal divisions. It's glorious. Yes, I say, I feel as though my legs were dropping off. I can scarcely get aloud. I am frightfully thirsty. Well, here we are at home. The friends go out to one of the cottages and stand still under the nearest window. "It's a jolly cottage," says Kozyalkin. "You will see tomorrow what view we have. There's no light in the windows. Verechka must have gone to bed then. She must have got tired of sitting up. She is in bed and must be worrying at my not having turned up." He pushes the window with his stick and it's open. Plucky girls! She goes to bed without bolting the window. He takes off his cape and flies it in his portfolio in the window. "I'm hot. Let us strike up a serenade and make her laugh," he sighed. The moon fought in the midnight sky. Faintly stir the tender breezed, faintly rushed in the tree tops. "Sing, sing, Alosha, Verочка, shall we sing you Schubert's serenade?" he sighed. His performance is cut short by a sudden burst of coughing. "Tut, Verочка, tell Aksenia to clock the gate for us." A pause. "Verочка, don't be lazy. Get up, darling." He stands on a stone and looks in the window. "Verочка, my dumpling. Verочка, my puppet, my little angel, my wife beyond compare. Get up and tell Aksenia to unlock the grate for me. You are not asleep, you know. Little wife, we are really so done up and exhausted that we are not in the mood for jokes. We are truggled all the way from the station. Don't you hear? Ah, hang it all!" He makes an effort to climb up to the window and falls down. "You know, this isn't a nice trick to play on a visitor. I see. You are just a great schoolgirl as ever, Vera. You are always up to mischief." "Perhaps Vera Stepanova is asleep," says Lyle. "She isn't asleep. I bet she wants me to make an outcry and wake up the whole neighborhood. I am beginning to get cross, Vera. Ah, damn it all. Give me a leg up, Alosha. I'll get in. You are a naughty girl, nothing but a regular schoolgirl. Give me a hoist." Puffing and panting, Lyle gives him a leg up, and Kozyalkin climbs in the window and vanishes into the darkness within. Where alive hears a minute later. Where are you? Damnation, true. I have put my heart into something true. There is a rustling sound, a flapping of wings, and the despair cackling of the fall. A nice state of things, like here's where we are on earth did these chickens come from? Why the devil? There's no end of them. There's a basket with a token in it. It's Peg the naughty creature. Two hands fly out of the window and cackling to the top of the voices, flutter down the village street. Alyosha, we have made a mistake, says Kozavkin in a latrine rose voice. There's a lot of hands here. I must have mistaken the house. Confound you! You are all over the place. You cursed brat. Well, then make haste and calm down. Do you hear? I am drying of thirst. In a minute I am looking for my cape and portfolio. Light a match. The matches are in the cape. I was a crazy idiot to get into this place. The cottages are exactly unlike. The devil himself couldn't tell their apart in the dark. I, the turquoise pecked my cheek. Naughty creature. Make haste and get out, or they'll think we are stealing the chickens. In a minute. I can't find my cape anywhere. There are lots of old rags here, and I can't tell where the cape is. Throw me a match. I haven't any. We are in a hole, I must say. What am I to do? I can't go without my cape and my portfolio. I must find them. I cannot understand. A man's not knowing his own cottage, say Lava indignantly. Drunken beast, if I'd know I was in for these sort of things, I would never have some with you. I should have been at home and fast asleep by now, and a nice fix I'm in here. I'm fearfully done up and thirsty, and my head is going round. In a minute, you won't expire. A big clock flies crowing over Laura's head. Laura heaves a deep sigh and with a hopeless distress sits down on a stone. He is beset with a burning thirst. His eyes are closing. His head drops forward. 5 minutes pass. 10, 20, and Kozavkin is still busy among the hands. Peter, will you be long? A minute. I found the portfolio, but I have lost off again. Lyle lays in bed and his feet and closes his eyes. The cackling of the frogs grows louder and louder. The inhabitants of the empty cottage fly out of the window and flutter, and in the circle he fantasy-like over his head. His ears ring with a cackle. He is overwhelmed with terror. The beast, he thinks. He invited me to stay, promising me wine and junket, and then he make me walk from the station and listen to the hands. In the midst of his indignation, his chin sinks into his collar. He lays his head on his portfolio and gradually subsides. Weariness gets the upper hands, and he begins to doze. I found the portfolio, he hears Kozavkin cry triumphantly. I have found the cape in a minute, and then off we go. Then through his sleep he hears the barking of dogs. First one dog barks, then a second and third, and the barkings of the dogs blend with the cackling of the falls into a sort of savage music. Someone comes up to Lars and asks him something. Then he hears someone climb over his head into the window. Then a knocking and shouting. A woman in a red apron stands beside him with a lantern in her hand and asks him something. You have no right to say so, he hears Kozyakin's voice. I am a liar. I am bachelor of laws. Kozyakin, here is my visiting card. What do I want to with your card? Says someone in a hockey bass. You have disturbed all my follows. You have smashed the eggs. Look what you have done. The turkey pounds were to have some out today or tomorrow, and you have smashed them. What's the use of your giving me your card, sir? How dare you interference with me? No, I won't have it. I am thirsty, thinks Laura, thinking to open his eye, and he feels somebody climb down from the window over his head. My name is Kozявkin. I have a cottage here. Everyone knows me. We don't know anyone called Kozявkin. What are you saying? Call the elder. He knows. Don't get excited. The constable will be here directly. We know all the summer visitors here, but I've never seen you in my life. I've had a cottage in Rotendale for 5 years. Whew, do you take this for the Dale? This is a sickly street, but Rotendale is farther to the right, belong the match factory. It's 3 miles from here. Bless my soul, then I've taken the wrong turning. The cries of men and follows mingle with the barking of dogs, and the voice of Kozявkin rises above the chaos of confused sounds. You shut up and pay. I'll show you whom you have to deal with. Little by little, the voice died down. Lee feels himself being shaken by the shoulder.